Welcome to Japan and More, where we answer your questions about traveling Japan. Today's question is, how much spending money do I need for 8 days in Japan?
Well, Japan can be as expensive or as cheap as you make it.
For our tours, we usually recommend $60 per person per day. And that'll cover meals, entertainment, and light souvenir shopping.
If you're not on our tour, well, we recommend a little bit more per day to cover things like entrance fees.
Right. Okay, so today we're going to talk about meals, entertainment, shopping, and entrance fees. First, let's talk about meals. We recommend budgeting about $50 per person per day, and that breaks down to about 1,000 yen for breakfast, 1,000 yen for lunch, and 3,000 yen for dinner.
Breakfast, you can get morning sets at cafes, which includes toast, salad, and coffee, and those usually run about 500 to 700 yen for the set. And of course, there's always McDonald's. McDonald's is international, so it's everywhere. And a McDonald's set with hash brown and a coffee runs roughly around 500 yen.
And then lunch, you can get for about 1,000 yen, whether it's udon, soba, ramen, curry, sushi, onigiri, or a bento box. They usually run around 1,000 or less. If you want something a little bit more expensive, you can get a teishoku set lunch, and that's usually at a Japanese restaurant and has rice and miso soup, maybe a small salad, and a main dish. Those run usually about 1,200 to 1,500 yen per person.
And then there's dinner. You can get dinner at an izakaya, a yakiniku restaurant, or a yakitori restaurant, and a dinner at these types of restaurants will typically run you around 3,000 yen per person.
And that usually includes a drink or two. Actually,
Right.
Draft beer at restaurants is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, for the most part. Let's talk about entertainment. For entertainment, we recommend about $10 per day, and this will cover things like karaoke and a movie. Karaoke is probably going to run each person about $10 for an hour without drinks included. And a movie is 1,900 yen. So depending on the exchange rate, it'll be roughly around $19. And then there's shopping. For shopping, again, we recommend about $10 a day for buying souvenirs to take home to all your relatives who didn't get to go to Japan. So we recommend $10 a day. And for souvenir shopping, one thing that is kind of a hidden gem that a lot of people don't know about are 100 yen stores. At a 100 yen shop, you can buy things like chopsticks, sake sets. They're actually quite a great way to get some Japanese souvenirs at a really, really low cost.
Okay, next is entrance fees. We recommend about $10 per day for entrance fees. A lot of the temples, shrines, castles are actually free. So if you plan it out right and you're on a budget, you can just choose to visit the places that are free. For the ones that do cost money, it's usually around 500 yen. Only a select few are more than that. And museums are a little bit more. Usually museums run from about 1,000 to 2,000 yen.
So, in conclusion, for an 8-day trip, we recommend $640 of spending money.
And that breaks down to about $80 per person per day. And keep in mind that this does not include your airfare, hotels, land transportation, travel insurance, luggage transfers, or pocket Wi-Fi.
Right. It's just pure spending money.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell us your questions about traveling Japan in the comments section below. We might answer it in the next episode.
And for more information about traveling Japan, check us out at japanandmore.com. Thanks for watching.